Welcome back everyone to the Lord of the Rings the card game saga playthrough. The Treason of Saruman. We have done the first part, which was the breaking of the Fellowship hunting down the Uruk-Hai. Now it's time for none other than the infamous Battle of Helm's Deep. This is the big battle from the second book and second film, and it's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to see it. So we have our Hobbit deck down here. If you've been following my videos, I've been doing a campaign playthrough using the campaign cards, one big long saga playthrough, earning boons and burdens, rewards and penalties. My Hobbit deck took a slight hit, losing Frodo, but Aragorn's a good supplement. He does pretty well for himself. We had the Noble Hero boon on Sam for extra willpower, and Leader of Men boon permanent on Aragorn for whenever he's quest successfully. Exhaust this to add a resource to Fetch Hero's pool. I'm on easy mode, so I've got 2 resources. We'll just go over the campaign guide. So all this does is it removes certain encounter cards from the encounter deck. It was basically with each scenario having more burden cards. Eventually you're going to be swamped with burden cards, so eventually they do sort of like filter out the old ones to the new ones. We're still overcome by grief from the last playthrough, which is a condition attachment. After a character is destroyed, attached to a hero, and after a character you control is destroyed, exhaust attached hero until the end of the round attached hero cannot ready. So let's read the first scenario of Helm's Deep, King of the Golden Hall. Here we go. So this reads: the pursuit of the Uruk-Hai had brought the heir of Elendil to Rohan, just as Saruman declared war on that land. Aragorn and his companions travelled to Edoras to aid King Theoden, but their arrival was met with some suspicion. Set defense of Helm's Deep, a copy of Deepening Wall aside. Each player sets 1 copy of Soldier Asgard's out of play. Now you must choose to either add 1 copy of Poisoned Counsels into the deck, which is a burden, or we can advance stage 2A bypassing the reverse side of this card. But we're going to do that, just to see what the other side of the card is. So Poisoned by Counsels is this burden here. If you don't know, burdens are sort of like overlingering treacheries that happen. It can be attachments, it can be just simple treacheries that do things. Mostly have Surge. There's already a few in the encounter deck from the past few games we played. And they just make the difficulty a bit harder. We do get boons to help us out and rewards, but it just makes the game more interesting as a bit of spice to the gameplay. Functions like a player card. Forced, if you draw a card, call all cards in your hand, and we'll shuffle that into the deck. There we go. Draw a hand of 6 cards. 1, we've got to do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have the original Gandalf, which is a classic card from the core set. Underhill Gandalf, which is one of the best cards in this deck. We've had such a low threat of 20. He works so well, so basically doesn't exhaust to commit to a quest. At the end of the refresh phase, have a pay 2 threat or discard him from the game. So having such a low threat deck, he is really good to have out. Fast Hitch, one of the best cards of the deck. Attached to a Hobbit character, exhausted to either character, so it's essential. Anduril is one of the boon cards I received recently. Attached to Noble Hero or Aragorn, they get +1 to all their stats and has a really great counterattack kind of response. After attack which the attached hero defend resolves, exhaust Anduril to target the enemy just attacked and declare attached hero as an attacker against that enemy. So if Aragorn defends an attack, I can exhaust this, basically strike back on the enemy. Also we have Faramir, a classic card from the core set, increases the willpower of all characters. Gondor is just an all-round overpowered great card to have for resource generation. Okay, so that's our starting hand. Let's just flip this over. So this reads: Hail, Theoden, son of Thengel, I've returned, for behold the storm comes, and now all friends shall gather together. Each player chooses 1 ally in his hand that matches the sphere of a hero he controls and puts into play under his control. Skip the quest and combat phase, end the round, advance to stage 2A. It's like the calm before the storm. We're getting ready. We've met council with Theoden. We also get to play an ally from our hand. So let's play an ally. We're going to play Faramir. That'd be a good start. He's always handy to have. So I draw a card. Hobbit Cloak is a good card. Attached to a Hobbit hero, gets +2 defense, defending against the enemy with a high engagement cost in your threat. And having such a low threat, it's going to really help out. A lot of cards in this deck have synergies with enemies of high engagement cost in your threat. And with such a low threat, it just always works for this kind of deck. So we're going to put Student Gondor on Merry, because there's a lot of tactics cards in this deck. Exhausted to make his resource total 4. I'm finding 4 on the dice. I'm using dice, I just find them easy to keep track of the resources I currently have in the deck. Put Fast Hitch also on Merry. Merry is pretty strong. He gets +1 attack for each hobbit you control. So he has 3 attack, and after he attack, shows an enemy running another character that participated in that attack. So he's a really handy card to have. Can't play that. Andoril, we could play Andoril. You know what? Because we haven't got any tactics cards in our hands, we'll use this to play Andoril on Aragorn to help him out a little bit. So we skipped all the phases. Let's see. End of round. So end of round. We'll just skip this over. So now the Salt and Helm's Deep begins. Here we go. Okay, so at the behest of Gandalf, Aragorn and his companions ride to Helm's Deep with the men of Rohan and their king. As the sun goes down, the valley below, deepening wall, fills the approaching army of Isengard. So this is it. It's the Siege of Isengard. So we hear the immortal words. So it begins. At defense of Helm's Deep, and each set aside a copy of Soldier Isengard to the staging area, make deepening wall at its location, shuffle the encounter deck, and then each player draws an encounter card. So we have Soldier of Isengard, pretty annoying enemy. He has pretty good stats. 4 attack is pretty nasty. Toughest 1, so he has an extra defense against all damage. Archery 1 is a pain in this kind of game because archery, at the start of the encounter phase, deals damage among characters you control. So if you have archery, say 3, if you have a combined archery of 3, you have to assign 3 damage to characters you control. After the attack, shows a character places 1 progress token on the current quest. Deepening Wall. So that's the location. Each hero gets +1 defense. When it's explored, rate each player's threat by 4. And Battle at Helm's Deep. Add 1 to the total threat station area for each resource token here. End the quest phase, place 1 resource token here. If there are 8 or more tokens here, advance to stage 5 plus a victory display. Okay, we'll just flip this over and we'll explain in a second what's going on. Okay, this is the defense keyword. So this is a really cool idea, this quest, and I'll explain what's going to happen because it'll look really strange. We aren't trying to quest. The enemies are questing for us. The enemies will add threat and quest to the current card. Our job is basically, it's kind of like the Battle of Helm's Deep. We've got to hold our ground and defend as long as we can. Keep the enemies away from the. Think of this as Helm's Deep itself to keep. Try to keep them away from there. When we quest, when we succeed, nothing happens. If we fail, we don't raise our threat, which is one good thing, I suppose. But instead, the difference is applied to the quest, including this as a buffer. That's why a lot of cards like this are pros to the quest. This give you defense. They help you out because when they go, you lose their bonuses. So it's a really interesting kind of mechanic they've done here, and we basically have to last 8 turns with this. And it gets harder and harder. More enemies, more locations, more treacheries. So it has that's the defense keyword. End the combat phase. If the number of enemies in the staging area is less than the number of players in the game, the first player reveals an encounter card. End of the round, plus 1 progress token here for each enemy in the staging area, bypassing active location. So a lot of cards will help with progress on the current quest, which is going to look kind of weird. So let's just get to the next round. Ready up. We'll ready up all our cards, get resources, and draw a card. It's going to get really tricky. So we're on 21 threats, Diagon of Western EC. So we do want to kill the enemies. We want to make sure we can kill them. Now, could get out Gandalf. He will help with this. But I've got to last 8 rounds. I'm going to raise my threat by 3 each time I have Gandalf. So, I mean, 8 times 3 is 15. I'll be on 35 at least the staging area by the time this is done. So I might wait a little bit for that. Instead, I might play the old-fashioned Gandalf. 4 damage to this, and then engage him, and then pick him off, because archery is a pain. If you don't get rid of archery, it's going to pick up all your characters. So we might do that. So first of all, we'll exhaust to the Gondor for 4 resources. Straight there. We're going to play Gandalf with 1 off here, and let's see, 2 off here, 2 off here. There's Gandalf. It deals 4 damage. Because of toughness, it's only 3. Toughness is basically like an all-round defense. Defends all damage from any source by 1. So it takes 3 damage. We're going to put Dagger of Western EC on Merry. Merry's our killer. And we're going to put Hobbit Cloak on Sam. Sam's our defender. Now we do want a quest. Quest is going to be good. We do need to quest. So we are going to exhaust Faramir to give the bonuses, and then quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 on the quest. Should be plenty, 13. 13 is fine. What you'll find this quest is eventually get harder and harder, so you need to kind of keep our allies quite high. So 13 is plenty. There's only 4 in the stage area so far. So counter card is Doom 2, so increase our threat by 2. Either remove one resource from Helm's Deep or reveal 2 additional counter cards. Well, that sucks. So, Doomed 1 and Surge. Each enemy engaged will play it, not a stage area, it's immediate attack. That's no one. So, another one. Uruk-Hai Fighter has toughness 2. After attacks to a character within stage area, that's annoying. And then one more card is the Deepening Culvert. X is one more than allies scored by the first player. Right, we'll do that in a second, we'll get to there. So, 13, we're quite far ahead, we're nowhere near getting that number. That's all well and good, that's fine. So now we're going to do the best thing the Hobbit deck does, we're going to pick off opponents one by one. So in counter phase, right at the start, 1 damage to one enemy. We'll put on Gandalf because he's going soon. We're going to manually engage an enemy. This is how Hobbit deck works. We don't engage enemies unless we have to. We choose one at a time. We'll pick off this guy. We'll manually engage him. Higher engage across our threat, which raises up Sam, which in turn with Pippin draws us a card. Another Faramir, didn't need that very well. So we're going to defend this guy. So we need to do, let's see, we need to do 3 damage with him to kill him. We'll defend with Gandalf, 4 against 4. Defending character that counters defense. Okay, he's dead either way, doesn't make a difference. He's gone. Overcome by grief is attached to a character. We'll stick this on Pippin. Pippin is just a quest, that's all he does. Then we're going to exhaust Fast Hitch to ready up Merry. Then we're going to attack for 1, 2, 3, and then 5 of this. Merry alone, he is the killer. He's gone. Because he's showed a character, press on the quest, but we've got rid of an enemy. That's not too bad. Ready up. The problem you have with this is the locations get quite a lot, you get spread out quite a lot, because unless the enemies can push through their threat, locations will get overrun. End the round, so 1 on here, we need 7 more for that to win. Like I said earlier, this is going to be a real battle, a real siege. Can we hold on long enough? Can we hold off the enemies of Saruman? So, resource, threat, draw a card. This is the great card for Aragorn, only if you control by Aragorn character. Cost 3, choose 3 heroes if it's the quest, ready them up, and they get +1 to each of their stats to end of turn. It's going to be handy. Now I could grab Gandalf, but I don't really think I need Gandalf. I don't want the threat to go up too high, you see, so we could technically, yeah, we're going to exhaust him. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 again. Encounter card is fighting Uruk-Hai. Search counter deck, swap alpha Uruk-Hai enemy, reveal points engaged with you, shuffle and counter deck. Until end of round, each enemy engaged with you adds. So not only we've got enemy engaged with us, but also adds its stats to the threat. So put Wild Huntman. Oh, sorry, it's not Uruk-Hai, I can't do that. So we'll put, let's see, another one of those guys out. So this guy is engaged, but he still adds his threat. So 13, still more than enough. We're still fine. So now time to engagement. We're going to, let's see, manually engage this enemy. Ready up Sam, draw a card. Defender Ramas is a great defender. So we're going to use Aragorn's ability, pay 2 resources, ready a hero, ready Aragorn. We'll get Aragorn to defend one of these. So they attack. No, that's a burning card, that's pretty sucky. No damage goes through. Yes, 1 damage. So then we're going to exhaust this to declared attack. So he has 4 damage on 2. That's no damage back, nothing at all. We're going to defend with Sam. He has 4 defense because of the Hobbit cloak. Nothing at all. Ready up Merry. Merry swings for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Because of toughness, only does 1 to the enemy, so that's that done. End of the round, increase threat by 1. 1 progress on here, and then ready up. Resources. This quest is very tricky, very hard. Do that. Draw a card. hobby, so Gondorian Shield. We'll attach that to a hero. Restricted. We can put this on Aragorn. Let's put it on Aragorn, make him stronger. We'll definitely play Defender Ramas. He's just a great defending card. I'm going to quest, but I'm not going to quest for too much because I want to keep the defense. So, just 4 on the quest. That's 4. So, extra one number adds to my players. That's 1. That's 5. 4 off there. That's gone. 1 on there. Okay. Let's see. Raise threat by 4 because that's been explored. That kind of sucks. We're going to put this at the location. Counter time. So let's see. Defender Rammers can defend 1. Shadow card. Exhaust character control. We'll exhaust Sam. We'll defend with, let's see, Aragorn. Shadow card. Nothing. We'll exhaust this to make him an attacker and attack with Merry as well. That's 4 damage. That's more than enough damage. We'll kill this one. There we go. That's that gone. So, end the counter phase. There's no enemies in station area. Reveal additional counter card. Enemy station area is highest attack. No one in there. Gains Surge. Another enemy. That sucks. At the end of the round, place on progress token here for each enemy in station area. That's another one. Oh, it's getting quite hard. Another one there. We've got to hold 5 more turns. 5 more turns. We can hold off as long as we can. I mean, you could literally just sit back and not quest at all. You could literally not quest at all. But the enemies will go for the quest quite fast. They'll run for the deck. And I think stage 4 is pretty much game over. 31 threat now, so the threat's getting a bit high. Dagger Western EC. Might be time to get out Gandalf. I'm not sure. We could do with Gandalf. The threat's quite high. Let's see. Exhaust through the Gondor for more resources. That's 3 on there. You know what? Let's get out Gandalf. That's 4. 2. Here he comes. Here's Gandalf. Dagger Western EC. We'll stick this restricted. We can't put it on Aragorn. We'll put it on Sam for some more strength. Okay, time to quest. Doesn't exhaust to quest, so we might be okay. We might just quest with just these 2. So, and Pippin. So, 6, 7, 8. 8 on the questing. Another Uruk-Hai fighter. So, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fine. Nothing went through. Time for the encounter bit. This is getting quite confusing now, sorry. I've got my book at the side here for some light reading just to help me out. It's the Silmarillion. It's a real hard book to read. So encounter now. Archery 2. That sucks. We'll stick it on Gandalf. Oh, that's not damage. That's progress tokens. So combat now. We're going to counter it. We have to engage this guy. We're going to leave this guy here because it's just too much to battle at the moment. We're going to defend 1 with this guy. Place on progress at its location. Second enemy gets +1 for each progress on there. That's a lot of damage. He is more than dead. That sucked. We're going to also defend with Aragorn. He has quite a lot of defense. Should be okay. Yep. Nothing back. We'll exhaust Anduil, make an immediate attack. So that's 4 damage. That's 7, 8. That's more than enough to kill one of these. And then we'll swing with our hobbits. We'll sting them with hobbits. So 3, 4 damage. 5 damage. 6 damage. 6 minus 2 of 4. That's 2. Oh, so close. Okay, ready up. We're okay for that effect. Place progress token here for each enemy station area, so that's going to go up regardless. We're halfway there. We're halfway to holding off the battle. Whew. When I first put this one, I did so bad. I was no clue what I was doing. So raise threat by 3 because of Gandalf. Draw a card. Build a pony. Hey. Other opponent's great. Because we control Sam, he's 3, and each hobby gets 1 hit point. So you can't not play Other Pony, really. Okay, so we're going to quest again. Let's see. We will just quest again like usual. So 2, 6, 7, 8. Wild Hillman, after attacks, first protocol location, that's fine. So Wild Hillman, so 8 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We're okay for that. We have to engage this guy. Okay, so now time for combat. We're going to defend. Let's see. We'll defend this guy against the Uruk-Hai fighter, Aragorn, sorry. Attacking is +1 defense because of the Gondolin shield, it's great. A lot attached to this deck, a lot of attachments which we really need. Other Pony I need out, he's handy. Sam has 2 defense, 3 defense again. Shove enough defense just to hang off this. Yep, nothing there, we're okay. So Gandalf swings back, so Annabelle the Pony. So exhaust that to make immediate attack. Attack with, so that's 4 damage against that. +5, that's enough to kill him off, so he's gone. And we'll also swim with Merry and Pippin and Gandalf. More than enough, completely enough to get rid of him. He's gone. End of combat. Enemy staging area, so we're okay. Archery, I showed an archery 2, my bad. Archery 2 was in play. Put 1 on there, 1 on Faramir. Right, and then 1 on this. 5. 1 on this. Enemy staging area at 6. Oof, this is getting a bit tense. A lot of cards out. 36 defense. Ready up phase, refresh. Recently had the opportunity to watch Two Towers and Return of the King in the cinema before they shut, obviously, which is great. Not only that, with the 10th edition, so back to back, so 4 hours back to back, but it was worth every second. Okay, time for questing again. Same again. We're going to keep the questing kind of lowish. We don't need to go too high, so 8 again on the quest. Oh, Soldier Rising Guard. That's annoying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfectly enough. We're okay for that. So encounter phase, we've got to do arch. We're going to 3 damage between characters. That's pretty bad. So 1 on there, 1 on there, 1 on Pippin maybe. Okay, we're going to engage now. We're going to engage. We have to engage this guy. We're going to engage both. That way we'll draw a card with the trigger. Gildor and Glorian. Which could have done him earlier, really. So we're going to use Aragorn's signature card, the 3 Hunters. Ready up them, give them all +1 to the stats. Okay, we're going to, let's see. I should have done 3 damage among characters with him when he's revealed. We'll do that now for we get 2 behind. So 1, 2, 3. That was tough. We're going to defend. Let's defend. So we get +1 off that. So that's 3, 4, 5 defense. We'll defend the Soldier Rising Guard of Aragorn. Nothing. We'll exhaust that, make immediate attack back. So that's 4 damage back. So that's 4. That's 2 damage on him. This guy attacks. We'll defend with. We've got +1 to all defense, plus that, so we should have more than enough. Defend with Sam. Yep, that's enough. We'll swing back with Gandalf to destroy him. That's just enough to destroy Soldier Rising Guard. Good old Gandalf, and then we just need to do, let's see, 5, 6 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, more than enough. Way more than enough. He's definitely dead. Doing really well this time. Using the Hobbit deck to its full strength, picking off enemies one by one, building your attachments, choosing your targets carefully. End the counter phase. We have to realize the counter card. Another location. That's okay. Another one here, so we've got 6 on there. We're doing okay so far. We're doing okay. When I first played this, I was swamped with enemies and locations, and I did really bad. Draw a card. We have the Errand Rider, threat, 39. Can't build a pony. We'll play Errand Rider. We'll exhaust Gondor first, put 6 on him. We'll play Gildor and Glorian. I'm going to exhaust him, look up across my deck, switch on from my hand, and then return to any order. So 1, 2, 3. We'll definitely go out Glamdring. So what's this? Switch 1, look out of my hand. I'll put Faramir back in there, like so. That goes back. So you can put Glamdring on Gandalf, make him a big bad killer. We'll play Errand Rider, just some more allies, need more allies to help us out. We'll also play Glamdring. We attach to Gandalf. He gets +2 attack after he destroys an orc enemy, draw a card. Should have done that earlier, but good, but never mind. Okay, we've got a pretty good army built up here against Helm's Deep. Last 2 more turns. Okay, so questing. We don't need to quest much really, just 4. So we'll do the same again. We'll quest for exhaust him. Quest for 8. Deepening Wall again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 3 goes. 3 carries over on straight to the location. That's fine. Unfortunately, there's no enemies in the staging area, so to reveal additional counter card. Now there's enemy staging area. Place on progress token here because enemy staging area. 1 on here. That's the end of the round. Getting really close. We've got a lot of locations out. It's getting quite scary. We'll just increase all the resources. 2, 5, 1. So 1 more round for that. We're on 42 threat. Draw a card. Arod. Arod's one of the new cards I put on this from the Treason of Saruman set. It's a mount, basically a horse. Attach to a hero Legolas. After he participates to attach to an enemy, exhaust this card to place a progress token at any location. So we're going to attach this to a hero now. We'll put it on Merry because he's our killer, and we just like Merry. Can't build a pony. That's all that done. And exhaust Gildor, just some more card manipulation. We're going to put Half Intimidation in our hand to boost up our hobbits. Build a pony back from the bottom of that order. That'll help out. We're going to quest. See, I could quest just for 8. There's only 1 enemy. So we're going to need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. So let's see. You know what? I'm pretty confident we're okay for this. We'll just quest for 8. 8 again. 8's fine. More than enough. This is gone. Oh, we can't, can we? So we can't be careful because we're questing here, and that threat's going to go above by 4, and that's explore. We've got to be careful of that quest. So I actually need to quest quite a lot of this. So exhaust him. So 5. These are for defense. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22 on the quest. Another location. So it was 15, just about enough. 20 were fine. This guy is going to engage us now. Combat time. We'll just use Errand Rider as just a simple defense. Well, actually, we can't because if he destroys him, progress on there, so we can't do that. We'll pay 2 resources from Aragorn to ready him up. Defend Aragorn, plenty of defense. Exhaust character control, we'll exhaust Errand Rider. We'll exhaust Andor, make immediate attack, and attack with Gandalf, more than enough to kill him. No enemies there, so we'll put another encounter card. Place 3 progress on the main quest, and then treat each character text boxes if they're blank, so the quest is gone. Oh, we have 1 last round, but we're okay, we're still in the first part. We're doing actually really well because there's quite a few quest cards. So, the Host of Isengard. Against Deepening Wall, the Host of Isengard roared like a sea. Orcs and hillmen swarmed around its feet from end to end. Staging counter deck, discard pile, victory, display for Helm's Gate at the staging area, shuffle the counter deck, make Helm's Gate to location, and then return any previous location staging area. Okay, so Helm's Gate's already there. This goes back, it's actually probably better for us. That's the location. If any player's not engaged with an enemy, the first player is an counter card at the end of the staging step. So I'm not doing that because that's the end of the combat phase. It flips over. Oh, my bad. So this reads, hundreds of long ladders lifted up, many were cast down and ruined, but many will replace them. This is the ladders attacking Isengard now. Resolving the quest, the card not placed at least one progress at stage resulted questing, with additional counter card, that's fine. So end of the round now. This is gone, so let's do this first, let's get us out of the way first. This is gone. We managed to hold off as long as we could. We kept the enemies at bay. A lot of locations out, this is gone. We go straight to 5 on the quest. You see, questing 4, after that we lose, so we have to do this quick. The king rides out, so King Theoden comes to save us. So, as dawn breaks on the east, the blast from Helm's horn echoes in the valley, and the riders of Rohan charge out from Helm's Gate, with King Theoden and Aragorn at their head. Shuffle the counter discard pile into the counter deck. Discard cards, counter deck, select enemies are discarded this way. X number of players. Basically, we've got to just discard cards and get them out. With a cry and great noise, they charged down through the gates. They roared over the causeway they swept and drove through the host of Isengard as a wind among grass. Took the quest phase, can't reduce threat. The enemies in play, we win the game. Okay, so this shuffles back in here. Basically, we just got to kill an enemy, and we've won. There's no questing, so that's out the way. We just got to basically kill the enemies. Just hopefully we don't get too many in the counter deck. So discard cards, so we get an enemy. Hope it's nothing too annoying. Soldier of Isengard, that's one of the worst ones I could have got. So, end the round, ready up. So, getting quite close, but the problem is, even though we're doing quite well, our threat is really high. We're on 42 threats, so we're doing well, but the threat is high. It's because of Gandalf. We do need him though, but we're on 45 threat now, so a couple more turns and we're done. So draw a card, it's Faramir, we don't want Faramir. I'm going to exhaust Gildor to look at 3 cards, if there's something good in here. Fast Hitch, definitely having Fast Hitch. Let's change that for Faramir. Fast Hitch. We're going to stick Fast Hitch on Sam. So many attachments. Okay, we don't need quests. Questing phase is skipped. We've just got to... That's fine, that's that. So, we just got to go to the combat phase, straight to combat. Skip the questing phase. Skipping questing, so there's no staging. So, we're just got to, basically got to kill this guy. Now, if we can't kill this guy right now, I don't know what's going on. So, we're just going to sacrifice Iron Rider for as +2 against toughness 2. Iron Rider's gone. Personal progress on the current quest. Doesn't make a difference. Okay, so he actually has 3 toughness because of that. Archery 1, my bad, should have put damage on him. Okay, so we've just got to kill the Soldier of Isengard and we've won. We need to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So that's... Let's just count what damage you're going to do in one swing. So 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll play off into a nation. 22 damage, more than enough. He is gone and we have won. Helm's Gate has been held off and we've driven away Saruman's forces. King Theoden and the heroes have won. Now for our reward, what do we get? Each player with a copy of Poison Councils in his hand, deck, or card pile has earned that burden as the burden comes to the campaign pool. Oh great, nothing useful then, just the Poison by Cancels. But still, we were on 45 threat, so we were very, very close to the end. Getting out Gandalf, having Faramir early on, really helped. This quest is one of the trickiest quests I've done so far. It took me a couple of goes to get the hang of what was going on. I mean, at first I was just like, oh, this is great, I'm not questing, I can just play allies and attachments and that. And I got stage 4 and saw the bottom part and I thought, well, I'm going to lose. So that was it for this playthrough. I'm really enjoying these videos, they're really therapeutic to me, they're really relaxing. I hope you enjoy watching them. And as much as I enjoy making them. Any comments about this game? Any questions? Anything about the deck? About the current campaign? Any rules? Anything I've done wrong? If you like that I did, let me know in the comments. I'll happily respond. Leave a like, and if you subscribe, I'd appreciate that. And thanks for watching.